Finish the fight, I guess, huh? Did you see my fucking downfall? Yeah, I had a really bad headache and I'm still actually nursing it. And it was just so drawn out. I mean, I stand by what I said, but I was an extra physical debility going on there. Yeah. I did not like it. It's just very long, very repetitive, and very tedious. All the back and forth. I mean, I was a little lost at the beginning because you're walking around in the dark, but outside that, it's like, it's just a lot of tedious back and forth steps and rehashing of the same puzzles you've been doing for a while. I mean, it's more complex than your average Zelda dungeon, so, you know, I guess that's unique, but I don't know. It's the kind of complex I find to be more boring, because it's just step-based more than it is ideas. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can set up like a 3-part here. Oh yeah. Well, by all means do if you want to. Dark ore. Yeah, the Rudo crowns. I mean, I tried grinding a little bit more last night and I couldn't even get another demon fossil. So I just decided fuck it. And I never found a crown. I was even doing bonus puzzles in like that block puzzle dungeon and everything just to try to get more, but I don't know, I feel like I have to grind mini games and I'm just like, is it even worth it? I just don't think I care enough at this point. I could get 3 pieces of this. Just fuck it. Yeah, I just don't know why they bothered. It's just not interesting. I think I would have liked it much better if you just used money to upgrade your ship in different ways and found like aesthetic tickets or something and then got like new mechanics and stuff like that. What do you even get for the Dark Ore? Just more useless money, I don't think I care. Like a dark train or something you can make. Oh, really? Huh. The Latin? Yeah, when the Latin drops. It's good business. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might just finish it. I can't imagine whatever this station has would be super spicy. I mean, maybe. I've got to go in like 2.5 hours, so I'd probably rather just focus her down. Unless whatever is, I don't know how to get this dark ore, but unless whatever that is and wherever he takes me is interesting. It's like I'm maxed on hearts. Because if I want to get like a full ship, it's either 2 Rudo crowns or 3 Rudo crowns and 4-star gems. I'm just like, alright, man. Let's just wrap it up. I could start tingles or something at some point earlier. Although I think after I get back from the movie tonight, I'm gonna probably start just something I just feel like just kind of doing. Let's see what. I only have 5 hearts. I've got 3 pieces though. What the fuck? What's wrong with these devs, man? I mean, really? It's 1 to get 5 or full to get 6? And it's this RNG heavy? RNG and grind heavy. Oh my god. So there's not even really upgrading in this. It's like almost just for cosmetics. It's not like you probably need it, it's just like... Yeah, if I had Rudo crowns, I'd still have to farm for fossils, but it's like, damn, yeah. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing, but... I mean, I'm skipping out on a bit of side stuff, but... I feel like I've done a fair amount, that's for sure. And there's no guarantee any of that side shit's gonna give me a Rudo crown at this point. Like, yeah, I can knock out all the bunnies, but I'm like, I'm good. It's like, I think I got like 30 something. I mean, there's probably a few more trips I don't know about hiding somewhere. I've gotten all the ones I've seen. There's random chests in a bunch of places for sure, but... They're probably just gonna give common to, like, necklace level treasures. I don't want to do a boss rush. I don't like the combat enough. But it seems like a cool enough boss rush regardless. I don't think we're gonna need it, and so it'll just be kind of for its own sake. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely more to be done, but... I don't know. I don't think adding on anymore is going to do much for me. That's crazy, though. Oh, cool visuals, though. The train here. Shame about the upgrade stuff being a fucking joke. Well, let's try to enjoy the end here. Yeah, I'm gonna miss my Spirit Tracks dailies too. I'm just not that dedicated, I guess. I'm a fake gamer. Like, what's the final tally here? Like, I got 26 rabbits. Jesus, I feel like I got way more. Or maybe it doesn't count ones you haven't turned in. That might be the case. Because I had 26 last time I checked too, and I'm pretty sure I've gotten some since then. Never saw Rudo's crown. Like, I'm missing two stamps? Yeah, this place is looking like a fucking JRPG final dungeon or something. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Music. This looks like fucking hell. And not just because it looks like hell, but because all the fucking demon trains everywhere. What the fuck, I'm playing Pac-Man? Alright. It's funny just backing my ass up into it. Booey! Music's kinda cool. Nikito stretch, yeah. What the fuck? Get back here, dude. Oh, you're like way faster too. Where was this speed and control in the fucking base game, man? It's been over a decade. I saw some people say the final boss is pure torture. This seems cool, but I guess we're not to the final boss yet. We'll see what happens. I don't know any details. Yeah, the worst thing I could imagine is probably like more flute shit. Phantom Hourglass had like every gimmick pop up, so I wouldn't be surprised if they would do that again, but I don't know. Another like dungeon set of floors would suck. I'm kinda like over the dungeon shit right now. Yeah, so what's the deal here? They said they found the Doom train down here. Like, is it even related to the Maladies? This is the Sacred Realm. The Choo-Choo realm here. Dude, why is all this so far away? These are warps? Yeah, what is this place? It's like an entire, like, dark world ocean right underneath the the prequel to Choo-Choo Charles, so... This is a cool remix of the Chase song. They just shit you straight into this place though, man. These guys just spin around and chase you, man. I gotta wait for him to move like really far away. Well, they can just turn around, man. I think they could always do that. I don't know. Weird, yeah, I don't have anything on my own, but... What is going on here? Yeah, it could just be some specific server shit. What is the Sonic Adventure? I'm fighting Sonic on the fucking rails, or Shadow on the rails or whatever. You're very lucky. No way, am I supposed to like break? Okay. Yeah, cool camera angle, but like, I need to see where I'm going too. Step on the gas. I can't stop it. Can I get full health? No. Yeah, it's a cool fight. Yeah, I feel like if the world, honestly, you just controlled it more, like you could maybe like adjust your fucking train a little bit and dodge shit and do stuff and had a bit more active movement between the tracks, that would have helped. I mean, like I said, I think there should have been a full upgrade system where you actually got like new mechanics for your ship and stuff. Well, this is a Star Fox battle, man. They'll never touch this game again. It's so hard locked to the motion stuff. I think you could, it would definitely feel better if you could move and attack at the same time. It's part of why, even though it seems more fluid and precise, it's not because you can only do one thing at a time. And it's just like, I mean, they'd have to have a touchscreen control set up again. And even if they didn't, it's like, how do you do the sand rod and the boomerang and shit? I think these are just going to be this way forever. Until they get to a point where they can like mass port shit or they fucking AI remake it or something. There's some cool elements here, but I'd rather them take ideas of Spirit Tracks and turn it into something than touch this game ever again. Whoa. Grandma gonna release her limiters. Port it. I feel like you could... I wonder if you could port it and just control Link with a stick. And it would just be fine. Like you could do both if you wanted. I feel like that would help make the combat and everything feel a bit more fluid. But yeah. I just was imagining like what they would do for like a port. I mean, obviously you could do the pan flute, I guess. You just press the button to go left and right or something, or just have the stick be like, you know, fully the full range of it. Bad guy is reformed for some reason. I mean, he had such good motives. Almost lost media levels. Yeah, I mean, a DS game. The Wii U shop's dead. That's the only way I pick this up. Yeah, we'll talk about it more. What are her wounds? What the? She could have done that the whole time? Why did she hold back on the sword too? The sword that lets us just beat up phantoms easily. What was her motive then? don't know. He's like 5. I figured just work at McDonald's. Didn't realize my life disappeared before my eyes. Just drink Coors Light and remember the past until I die, probably. It has a dragon scale in it. Yeah, how about it has a Rudo crown in it? I just fucking take it right off of her, man. Where's my fucking Rudo crowns? Battle on train. You know? Yeah. I'm sure nothing stupid will be in this fight. I'm sure for the bugs now too. Little puppets. So we just slowly just gotta walk up there at their pace, I guess. It's kind of goofy. Don't go too quick, but don't go too fast, otherwise you get shot. It's kind of jank. Maybe I can just use the light arrow from here. I guess not. So much for the light arrows being the thing, man. Okay, she can block it. I thought it was just the do not come here zone. Jesus, I'm tired of swapping these fucking tools. This is a pain in the ass. Jesus fucking Christ. If I could move and attack at the same time instead of standing still every 2 seconds, that'd be fucking sick nasty. I need to control this stupid bitch, man, this whole time. Trying to attack and you end up picking up Zelda. fucking nightmare. You can only draw her a line like 5 feet in front of her because of the fucking camera angle. Are we supposed to get up there with our sword? How do we just shoot him? If she's in mid-air, it's like glitching out or something. Or is this guy just able to do the... This is so fucking annoying. Controlling her is a fucking nightmare, man. This dude just spawns point blank bullshit on top of her all the fucking time. Like... Jesus. You can just move right on top. Can you like fucking get this guy to stop at all? It doesn't seem like you can like stop him. Just walk forward, man. Why do you need orders? This feels like so shit, dude. Can't even see anything. Good god, dude. What an annoying fight, man. When you play vertical, you can't use the D-pad to do the quick swap menu, so you have to touch again, but there's so much swap, and him just standing point blank on you. You just kind of have to keep shooting him just so he'll, like, move away, I guess. Even though he just goes transparent, so I don't even know why he would move. Like, if you could actually, like, hit him and stun him, it would be, like, better, but... he kind of just sits there, man. Getting the knockback and swapping back and forth between shit. Trying to control her is the fucking stage of it. It's just a pain in the ass, man. If I could like move and shoot at this area, you know, move and then, you know, like with one the stick and then the D-pad and shoot, that'd be fine. One less thing to touch, or you're like trying to touch like 5 things at once, and it's just like, alright man, it feels like junk. He's dead. Just a big skull. Is this the lamest final guy? I mean, the fight's fine, but he's just a big skull. Ghost skull. The ultimate of whatever those bad guys are called. Maybe he's gonna get a real form here. Toonie Man. She just dies from the fall. Embarrassing. The back guys. No. The bad guys keep killing each other. Did the dude turn into a biggie? Nice mustache. Music. It didn't work. Oh, I gotta like slap this shit. What the? Body block. The goddamn. You gonna make me do this whole thing again, man? These motherfuckers just can't help themselves, dude. Jesus, man, I thought I had the hit there. God, do you really have to do this again? Holy fucking boring, man. Start halfway through, brother. This is fucking stupid. Like, it just gets fucking tedious, man. I don't want to feel like I'm just like redoing boring parts so I can get to the crazy shit. I need to do slashes, not stabs. Keeps my aim's off. Jesus Lord. Really? One of those hit her? Dude, I can't stand inside of her, man. Give me a fucking break. I'm pretty sure I hit all 4 of them. God, the geniuses, man, who made this game. Oof, let's try again. Dude, I'm trying to like attack and then he ends up rolling because we're tapping the screen too much. They changed how the roll worked, but honestly, it might end up sometimes worse. Like, the spinning at the top was so bad you never used the roll, but at least you didn't accidentally roll, you just never bothered, right? And this, it's like you accidentally roll like a lot. Because you're tapping. Oh, look at that one on the right, it's like slightly off. Is that what happened last time? There was one like lagging behind. I'd rather this been a shooting section. Dude, I go for the slash and it just does not fucking connect. What's this want me to spam? Yeah, just make it tapping on the edge. Like, instead you can tap anywhere and then fuck it up. Although with the camera angle sometimes being like kind of pivoted down, you're sure sometimes closer to the edge than you'd like, so no problem. Am I supposed to charge quicker, man? Oh, he like fucking moved out of the way slightly. It's one of my fucking fingers are slipping off the stylus. This is fucking insanely boring, man. I thought redoing this like whole thing every time would be fun. Like I'm playing a minigame. Like, it's cool there's a lot of set pieces, they look neat and the music's great. But Jesus, if this part isn't a pain in the ass to play. Why does he miss, man? Like, I go for the slash and he just fucking whiffs it. Yeah, it really doesn't need to go past the spin attack. Or it could just start a new section afterwards. Like, this part's like mindless. I need to always do wide slashes. Which you never really need to ever bother with because the combat just doesn't need it, so you're better off just tapping. This is the first time I've ever felt like I should just do it. Look how late that one was. But wide slashes, you need to make sure your body is in the right position. Since I'm not aiming at it, I'm just kind of cleaving. Are you good? Jesus, that was way too fucking long. It's just like it wasn't interesting after you had to redo the first boring 30 seconds. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man. Are they kidding me? They thought this shit was popping? I can't even see. I gotta fucking change the camera, dude. God, this game fucking blows ass, man. Hopefully, don't have to redo the fight. Calm down, KDkill. What are they thinking, dude? It's so bad. This is one of the worst Zelda games, man. Like, what in the fuck? There's really cool moments in this game, but like, it's underpinned by so much dog shit. And Phantom Hourglass is worse about it, but like, god damn, man. Stop sucking. You get over here and blow, buddy. The mic doesn't even pick all this noise up. Like, that's what I'm talking about. More? They really thought they were cooking, man. Yeah, these are probably the only memorable parts to people. The horrible shit. Yeah, at least it didn't last forever, dude. Yeah, it's a cool idea. It's like, hey, whip out the music at the end that you've been doing the whole time. You know, that was, I guess, used to seal people because it brings back the tracks. Yeah, it could just be a quick little thing, right? Like, whatever. But it's like, they really thought their fucking, like, pan flute blowing shit was, like, awesome. like, it'd be totally fine if you didn't have to, like, actually do it. It's just, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, the execution's so bad that I'm surprised it ever even fucking got through. And it's not just the Wii U, because I see people bitch about this all the fucking time. The pan flute shit. Now they put in the final boss, it's just like, good god. I mean, it happened in the fucking Phantom Hourglass too, man. Where they had like a really crappy touch part you had to do. The spinning, you had to draw the, you guys remember that shit? Where you had to draw the figure 8 in Phantom Hourglass to get the fucking, this time stop in the middle of the final fight, and it like never worked. And so you're fucking sitting there, and it's like slashing, and you're trying to fucking do the figure 8, and it's just like, can you just stop with the fucking gimmicks, man? They just don't work, they feel like cheats. This fight seems cool. Cool use of double fucking screens. I like it. I'm trying, Zelda. He doesn't really care. Damn. Horn break. Fucking diabolus that shit, man. Diablos. What that dude? He's shooting at 90-degree angles. This guy's good. I'm rubbing, dude. What the? Zelda strong! Dude, I'm gonna destroy my Wii U screen. Why do these games do this shit? Yeah, it's nice you get to choose when for her to shoot. What the? I mean, cool fight overall, I would say. Yeah, it's like I try to be light with the rubbing, but it's like you're still just scratching the fucking thing. And it's like when they say rub, you're like gonna be more aggressive too, so. I don't know, I mean, cool fight overall though. I think all the boss fights in this are pretty good. This part had a little bit of an annoying thing with all the swapping between, you know, like you're drawing Tetra and then you're fucking swapping weapon, then swap another weapon, and you're trying to shoot, and you're also trying to move Link. Because you have this much space on the screen to move Tetra, or sorry, Zelda. So it's like, that part was annoying, and the flute is just horrible. It was janky, but it only took me a couple of times. The flute shit took me way longer. It's unholy. Yeah, I don't get how they passed the flute shit, man. I don't know if you would have said we have to have a new gimmick, and you're just gonna take it to the bank or what, man. I mean, with how poor some of the other sections are in this at times, when it comes to tedium and just how like ill-conceived it is, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if they just thought it was popping. There's good dungeons and there's fun times and there's visuals and the charm's good and all that kind of stuff, but like there's just some fucking annoying shit in this game, man, and it kind of just feels like junk to play. I much would prefer touch with like split controls or something, but they went all in on it instead of doing something that feels like really nice. During the fight, worst game ever. I mean, I think it's one of the shittiest Zeldas I've played, but there's good moments. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fight overall was like, if you count the entirety of everything, the Pac-Man section into the fucking Star Fox bit, well, I mean, this is probably my least favorite fight in this, just because the boulder part was kind of annoying because of the spin and how long that section was. It should have just been split into two parts and be way harder. I always find that more fun. Harder sections without as much redoing of shit. It also fits better with pace. Like, who wants to restart like a full minute-long boulder smacking section in the final boss? And then, I mean, this last bit was good. I don't know, it's a mix. Like, I think overall there's a lot of down moments, but there's some good presentation and some cool shit still in this fight. I think stuff like the skeleton or the rail shooting Colossus guy were just like more consistent. They're also much shorter. I don't know, I don't want to do Triforce Heroes solo. But yeah, I probably would be. I saw somebody online saying that the DS Zelda games were better than all the 3DS ones except Triforce Heroes. And I was like, God damn, that's a hot take. Better than Ocarina of Time too, which is like the best Zelda games. I'm like, that is the most contrarian opinion, man. I don't know what it. I mean, look, there's things to enjoy in this, but people throwing the like shade at the rest of the series and then propping these up as the top, I will never understand. I don't know if these people just live in a time where everybody is still discussing this, just is like a fucking hard-on contrarian for them or what. But like, these have a lot of issues, man. Yeah, I was just reading around, like I'm curious what people say, and it's like you just can't find any like recent conversation that isn't everybody just being like, yeah, you know, they're actually severely underrated, and you know, the rest of the Zeldas suck except these ones. And it's just like, good God, man. Like, I don't know if I was just in the wrong place or what, dude. Like, man, fucking some fucking like, I'm in the dark realm. She's got legs. Yeah, in that sense, yes, they're underrated in that they're not like Triforce heroes or like complete like bullshit. I mean, they're full games. They definitely come across as like a FF12 Revenant Wings type of thing, where it's like it's just some shitty Wind Waker Tetris trackers type of deal. It's not like that, and I think there is some cool things here and some neat ideas that are worth at least witnessing, if not actually experiencing it. But Jesus fuck, dude. They're not underrated in a sense where they're the top of the pile. Like, especially Phantom Hourglass. I mean, I get it on a personal level if you just really like them. There's just something about them that you just enjoy. Like, you just really get touchscreen. But I feel like if you're trying to have a fucking real ass conversation about like, like the general quality of the series, like, I mean, you want to get that personal, like, whatever. But it's like, man, it'd be hard to argue it, right? Outside of just like extremely like extreme, just a taste thing, because there's just a lot of shit. I mean, in the Phantom Hourglass especially, I can maybe see somebody getting really into this. You know, you don't have as much issues with, um, you know, you like the longer, more kind of like drawn out, complicated Zelda dungeons. You know, it's got charm. You know, nice music. Maybe the train stuff hits a little harder for you. I don't mind it, but I think there's so much more potential for it. And then maybe you have no issues with any touch stuff. I don't know. I was saying that people say that like the dungeons in this were like more clever than like A Link Between Worlds and shit, like smarter puzzles and stuff. And I'm like, does smarter just mean like longer? Like there was nothing smart about like the final Zelda dungeon. It was just an hour of pure fucking tedious pain, man. I was like, I don't know. I could imagine like maybe if the flute never fucks up for you, you know, maybe like this was only tested on DS Fats or something. It's still a bad idea, and enough people bitch about it that like surely they would have tested it and said, this fucking sucks. Like, I mean, maybe they just said, hey, we have a mic on our console or whatever, our handheld. Mics, instruments, wind instruments. We have to do it, and like that's how these games feel. It's like they're like, hey, we have a gimmick and we just have to do it. They didn't care like how good they could put it in there, whether they really should. It's just like we can. Like they just cared about how cute the gimmick was over everything. It's just like I don't know, man. I think yeah, you could I suppose remake these in a way and have like a mix of touch and like stick movement. Clean up some of the wind stuff. Fix the economy and the randomized treasure shit. Actually add like more mechanics and upgrading to the train and all that. And you'd probably have a pretty decent enough game there. Whoa. Oh man. I mean, they've done enough. Phantom Hourglass is like, there's not much saving it. The boat stuff's not too shabby. It's not too interesting. But the areas are so dry. So boring. They're just mind-numbing. and the music's horrible. You'd have to remake the whole thing. I think some of these areas are much more boring than anything you'd see like in the 3D ones or even most of the 2D ones. Some of it's like limitation of the console, some of it's the traveling system kind of being a part of the problem there. There's not this like big world you run around in, right? It's like theme park stuff, so like that's gonna affect the feel of exploration. The top-down perspective with the touch stuff, it's like there's a certain kind of like environment you're probably gonna be able to make because of that. The thing is, I still find like, you know, they do better about it in like Link Between Worlds, right? What's the excuse there? Or the old games before these, so. My guy Nico. I'm surprised they held hands, what the hell? Disgusting. These are nice little drawing section. Or nice little pictures. He's sneaking into people's homes and stealing their rabbit. Freak alert. I don't know, you just go to some of these areas and they just feel less alive and less interesting than like most Zelda counterparts, right? Just like 6 huts just sitting around with copy-pasted assets from Phantom Hourglass, a couple holes in a wall in the Goron area, and it's like they're not like the worst to explore because they're quick in this, but I don't think that was the solve, right? In Phantom Hourglass, you spend a lot more time in the villages and they're just like really boring. In this, you just are through them in like a second and you just move on to the next dungeon. This game is like, I would say like 2/5 dungeoning, 3/5 train. There's really not a whole lot of fucking around in areas outside of that. Maybe just like a little bit, but I don't know. I could see people having a problem with that. I'm turning this shit down. This guy was based. I like this guy. Train dude. Dude just loves trains. Yeah, I think that's part of it. I like the idea of being on the train. It's comfy. I think the visuals look nice. It's like low poly, like very vibrant world with lots of variety. You can see the sights really far away because you're traveling over long distances and, you know, in a fast vehicle. But the entire reward economy. What is their tax policy, you think? %, that's her tax policy. Takes all 100%. But I don't know. I think, yeah, if you could like upgrade the train, or if you could use like the D-pad to like kind of like pitch the train a little bit, or like go into corners, have a little bit more nuanced movement, or just like maybe the world was a little tighter, more dense. I mean, obviously we were talking about like getting off the train and doing shit. That would be cool in a more modern game. She's a politician and her boyfriend is gone. Life is sad. Yeah, I mean, I could see somebody. I think it's because I just came off of Phantom Hourglass, but this game looks good compared to Phantom Hourglass. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not like these areas outside the world map are really that memorable. I feel like I said, they're just kind of not very inspired. They're just kind of whatever. Like, they're not the worst, but that's because it's like Phantom Hourglass has got like mind-numbingly dull areas. Yeah, I don't like the reward economy. I don't like all of the side shit you do, which some people have issues with the side stuff, and it's like sometimes I found just taking people on the train to be comfy, and some of the mini games were better in this. You know, so some of that was cool, but like most of what you're getting is just like small amounts of rupees that aren't very useful because treasures are worth more, but then the treasures are randomized, and the treasures and the rupees are generally just used to get more treasures outside like 1 or 2 heart containers and like a couple potions you could grab and a quiver, and it's like, so really it's like 90% of what you're getting rewarded with, because there's no heart pieces, there's just containers. It's like money for treasures, for ship parts, for treasures, and you could turn them all in, and but it's all randomized. So it's like even though you do all of this side stuff, you can end up in a situation like me where I never even got a full ship. I never got a full train, not one. there's like there's like 30 parts and I or more like, and I got like not even a single full train this whole playthrough, and you're just like really like. So I mean, say what you will about the reward economy, but like, hey, if the activities were fun, and they're just not as good, I feel like, they're not as dense. It's usually like a 20-minute thing to go do like one fucking side quest, and it just unlocks like another area for you to go to, which I like the idea of unlocking more map by doing side quests. But sometimes you just go to these areas and it's just like two bunnies, and it takes like 5 minutes to go through the rail, and it's just like, okay, it would have been cute maybe if like out. The thing is, like, when you unlock more train tracks in this, it's essentially just so that you can do more side quests. There's no like final boss where I have to like use all the rails I've unlocked to like get to somewhere in a certain amount of time. I mean, that might be annoying, but at least it would like reinforce like, you know, annotating the map and like unlocking all sorts of shit. It's like you're essentially just doing side stuff to unlock more escorts, to get more escorts, and to do them more efficiently. And it's like once the fun of that runs out, which with all of the obsessive, just non-stop rail shooting, instead of being able to take in the environment or have any other kind of nuanced control, like I don't know, let me fucking like put a fucking like spike on the front and like kind of like, maybe you have like a very short like boost you can do, and you can like just knock into guys, or like you can like pitch the fucking train, I don't know, something like anything, or like spin the train around, I don't know, like when all of that runs out, because it's very basic on gameplay, like most of the side shit is just to unlock more train escort sections. And it's like it's cool when they have a couple hard puzzle dungeons they unlock. The side ones, like I hated the ice unlockable one, but I appreciated a harder one there. And then they had the cube section. It's like it's cool you can unlock areas like that that are special, or the part where you have the mini game where the guy's in the jail, but it's like those are so few and far between. And like I said, and if you don't really like those that much, the reward's not going to get you there. So it's just there's just a lot of ideas in this that just don't pan out. It's just not a very cohesive, like well fleshed out game. The outpost that's unlocked by the Dark Core. What is? Oh, really? That's kind of neat. Was it like a speedrun thing? The thing is, I like the idea of Temple of the Ocean King, but because I don't like how this game feels, because I feel like there's way too much touch when it should have been more simultaneous kind of shit, right? Like touch with like D-pad or touch with like stick. Like it ends up just being like I just don't like moving around or attacking or anything. So it's like Ocean King, if I liked the feel of moving more and the dungeon had more um variety, then I really like the idea of Ocean King, like speed running and finding shortcuts and discovering interesting things to like cut down your time to get farther in with like checkpoints, and then being able to go back and do it better. That Sifu game kind of does that, but for lives. That game's a pain in the ass, but um, it's a cool idea if you could actually nail it. The problem is the Ocean King dungeon is too easy. You have like 15 minutes left if you just do a little bit of side content. And every floor is just this huge, like drawn out wait fest for phantoms and stuff, where you just sit on the save points. Like I think smaller levels, more like chunked, like chapter kind of shit going on in the dungeons, more interesting shortcuts, and like I said, just a better feeling game. I would less waiting for patrols. It would have been fine. So maybe I would have liked it. I don't know. I'm not going back for it, but yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like so much of this is underbaked conceptually, and then you get like the biggest thing for me in Phantom Hourglass was this way too, is there's just so many annoying sections, just sections that just should have been buffered out, like sections that just like the Zelda parts that just go on way too long. They're way too tedious. They're not that clever. Just very step heavy. Shit like the pan flute, the jank of like the ice controls and stuff like that. They just like these you don't need that many sections like that. Like there's so many just like little annoying sections in these. Where it's like, oh, the first half of the game is like, hey, travel here, then travel back, and then travel here, then travel back. You're just like, can we just cut some of that out? Like this is not fun. This is like lame, right? And Phantom Hourglass had more of these where it's just bad sections that are just a fucking pain in the ass. Like no which way about it, they're just not interesting. But half the time they feel like padding. And it's like they just put those kinds of things in here. So it's like when you're just kind of having like a kind of boilerplate time with the game, and then you run into those bits, you're just like, fucking Jesus, dude. Like, come on, man. So I don't know. Like I said, I find this better than Phantom Hourglass. I do think it's a much more charming game. Has an actually good soundtrack. Tries to do stuff with visuals here and there. But it's a 1.5. I don't think this is like the next level experience. Clearly a lot of people still don't like it because of stuff like the train and all that. And I feel like for your sequel game not being just like a resounding improvement in all ways, and having something just like a new type of travel being like the big thing that keeps people from enjoying like all the improvements, like you just didn't improve enough then. like I said, there's still like the environments still aren't as interesting as like most of your 3D or 2D ones. I would still prefer the freedom and the look of all that. I still feel like that I'm still like quoting Wind Waker for like, or referencing Wind Waker for like more interesting travel at times, and Wind Waker's travel is pretty basic. Like it just shouldn't be that way. Like I feel like they could have figured it out at this point. They just kept throwing new shit at the wall to see what would stick instead of really like hammering out something interesting. Like the train is a cool idea. It's neat. It feels good when you're just rolling around and looking at this big world and shit. It's not like all water. You got train tracks over sand and ice and underwater and all this shit. And it's like, it's neat, but like, it's just undercooked, man. Like maybe instead of making more neat shit, they could just like make it good. And that's like Link Between Worlds for me. There's not that much unique about Link Between Worlds except like the item system and the wall shit, but it's just like really polished and like well thought out, and like that's kind of the difference here. Some games I think can get by on novelty alone. They need less annoying, drawn out shit like this to let those things shine, but yeah. I don't know, it's cute like hauling freight and shit, but it's like, I don't know, I'd rather just play a game that's more focused on hauling freight than with a more interesting upgrade system. It's the proportion of the game that you're doing that, and how drawn out some of the dungeon like pacing is and stuff. It's just, I just find it to be a fucking annoying ass game to play, but it's whatever. Not the worst Zelda game, but pretty far down my list. Yeah, that's a good point too, is they are pretty end loaded. I figured there'd be a shitload after the 4 temples, and I realized that not really. You just spend a lot of time traveling, and if you want to do side stuff, it's just, you're gonna spend like double the game time just at the very end there. Like I said, the train should have had more upgrades and more shit going on, because there's very little like pathing or anything you need to think about. It's just mostly rail shooting. And then they probably should have given you the freight and all that stuff earlier. I don't know. It's a cute game. It's a unique one, I suppose, in a way, but there's a lot of unique games out there. I think it matters, but I find the execution to be lacking enough where I just, those novelties just don't mean much for me. Like, would I be fine with them having a more like vehicular, like focus type of thing with Zelda or something, where you're going through like larger swaths of land and I mean, that's kind of Tears of the Kingdom, I guess, but not really. That's if you like cheat the thing and make like OP vehicles, like something more focused, right? Like, I mean, it could be cool, right? Like some fucking Zelda game where you're just like I don't know. Maybe you're like fucking creating track right in front of you, and then you fucking show up in a water area, and then all of a sudden you're in like some boat, and like they're really like well fleshed out vehicles, and you like upgrade them, and there's like proper challenges and things for you to do that like reward like thinking about how you're building these things or upgrading them, or the economy just works really well with messing with them. It's just like maybe you could have like a flight thing. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine a game where you just like swap between like 3 or 4 vehicles, and they're like really well thought out in like a big world where you can get out and like explore and stuff. But it's like more Zelda-y, so it's like tight-ish, and not just like a sandbox like I'm playing fucking Rust or something. It's like I feel like you could do stuff with it. So like I like the idea, but I just don't think the way they pulled it off here is it. Like that. At the end of the day, the boat stuff and Phantom Hourglass and the train stuff in this aren't even my biggest problems at all. Same with the touch shit. Like, all those things aren't a huge draw to me, but like, they're not my biggest problems. Like I just think the general just execution of like most of just the feel of the game, just maybe not the dungeons as much as in this. Well, I guess if you count the Zelda ones, yes. But. You just go to most of these places and it's just not that interesting. Like, it's not that fun. Never have to use that flute again. Feels good. I don't think there's ever going to be a point where I have to do another series playthrough. And I would skip these for sure. I don't know, I just play the 3D ones or do like a core 2D one or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I missed any chat, but I don't know if anybody feels any other different way about it or wants to shoot the shit about it, but that's kind of, I guess, my take on this one. Overall, I mean, we'll see when I put it on a tier list how it stacks up. Pretty fucking low. Let me change my mic settings one sec. Sorry, I thought I'd muted it there, and it was making noise. Yeah, I don't think it's like an atrocious game or anything. Like, there's something here that's worth at least maybe taking a peek and seeing if it gets you. It's not like a Zelda's Adventure, but, I mean, it's pretty weak. It's pretty whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad we're just out of the gimmick era. Like, I like the idea of like different input devices and expanding the range of like how we can play games and what a game is and stuff. I think that stuff's really cool. I don't need it to just be like controllers all the time and stuff, but I don't know. There's a reason they didn't do more of these. I feel like part of it's like it's just gimmick chasing in this, not really like great ideas. There's some good ones, like the sand rod was jank, but like it was a cool idea. Stuff like the precision and movement of like the boomerang, even though the camera fucked with it sometimes. Like, but I feel like they just threw way too many gimmicks at the wall to see what stuck. And they didn't even have to stick. The shit slid down the fucking wall and they still put it in, and they just picked it back up and shoved it in there. Yeah, Diamond. I mean, it's a cool that they kind of gave it a go, but they really needed some more quality control on these. Just a stronger vision. Like I said, I mean, Link's Awakening was creative for its time, but it feels like an actual, like with all of its like different like bizarro visuals and the plot and all that. It's a very oddball. If you think about when it came out, it's a very oddball Zelda, right? But like it executed pretty well. This has obviously got more of a breadth of like creativity on gameplay, but like the execution's just so lacking. I mean, that could be it. They're like, oh, people really loved all the gimmick. How are we gonna one-up that on the same device? Oh, I know, we didn't use the mic much. Let's throw that in a bunch. And I mean, we've done 2 games with sailing. We gotta have a different vehicle. Let's make it rain. And then they didn't ask, like, do we have enough ideas to make that cool? Like, oh, we're gonna asset flip half of the game, and also we're not gonna change the economy for shit. And also, we're gonna pace it like shit and have like way too long stretches of dungeons and then way too long stretches of trains and stuff. It's like, it's just, it's an execution thing for me. I mean, there's bad ideas in this too, but you can make some of it work. But yeah, overall in both of these games though, I find the touch stuff to be, like I said, cute when it's like certain items and puzzles, but generally cumbersome. That you can't move and attack at the same time. That even in this one, they change how the rolls work, but still you end up getting like wrong inputs. Shit like that. Like, it's supposed to be more precise, but I don't know. To me, it's like, I mean, Link doesn't like, you can't put up his shield, you can't like dodge around. It's just like, there's so much warring for your attention with that stylus at the same time. And there's so little room for like, you know, doing multiple things at once like a normal game. Like, it just ends up feeling kind of junky. Like, yes, there is precision that comes from the touch stuff. Yes, there's creative items that I think are kind of neat that use touch stuff, but like, it just feels like shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just more addicted to kind of like flow shit or just really tight controls and feedback and stuff, but like, I find half the time like the touch stuff to be just too limiting in like a movement, just kind of mechanical way. I don't know, I might need to turn up my mic a bit more. Let's do a little bit more gain. Probably should have got someone to test that before I started talking. Maybe a little bit more here. Is this too much? Is this okay, or am I like way too loud? Does this sound like what it used to sound like before we swapped everything? I mean, I guess the menu's gonna be a little quiet. So we'll figure it out in the next game. Yeah, that quote, or that thing where somebody said that it wanted to impress his like grandsons or whatever the fuck it was. By just having like a bunch of like goofy gimmicks. That sounds on point. I mean, I could understand the mindset back then. They're like, we're changing the landscape of interactivity, how you engage with games. Like, we've got motion, we've got touch and mics, and it's like, you know, they're selling a shitload of fucking consoles and handhelds, and you know, the Nintendo software is doing fine at least, but I could understand like, you know, we can do no wrong if we just throw in more gimmicks and novelties and stuff. And it's like, I like that kind of Wild West of creativity in a way, but it comes off as more of like a gimmick kind of fad when it's like completely focused on the input and not like how it's fleshed out in the game. And people agreed because they stopped. They stopped in the late DS. They cleaned it up and made it more of a utility thing in the 3DS and the Wii U with motion gyro shit. Or it just disappeared. I mean, until VR came out and did something a bit more fleshed out, it's like, If it was truly such a great thing, like, we'd still be doing it. Like, I mean, yes, some people just stick too hard to tradition. I just think it was, it's like a Virtual Boy, stuff like that. Or it's like, it's a neat thing on paper, but it just doesn't really pan out. It's like a more advanced version of that. Maybe I shouldn't say Virtual Boy. I mean, that was fucked, but... Virtual Boy with more stamina. I think there's some really good, like, touch-focused games that are really clever on the DS and stuff. But not all of them worked out like that. The Wii's probably a better example, like the motion shovelware. There's great stuff. There's stuff that really makes use of it, like, you know, shooting games and some of the sports stuff with like Wii Sports Resort and all that kind of crap, but a lot of it's just, I don't know. I don't have much love for the novelty of it, I guess. There's too much out there. Anyways, that's it for Spirit Track. Yeah, I need to hack this thing. That's the last of my Wii U shop purchased games, and there's not any more. Pokemon Ranger, same deal there. I don't know. I'll have to look into how annoying hacking one of these is. Put my games on here, because I'm pretty sure you can use the Wii U shop. Or the Wii, the DS emulator on this. I don't know how, but I'm guessing you can inject shit. So that would be nice. I'll have to see. What is... I think this was like lost here. This is like some free shit they gave away at one point. It's probably junk, whatever. But yeah, so... I mean, I could stream... why I say that, if somebody hasn't gathered, I mean, it's really hard to stream DS. There's no like HDMI capture on a DS Fat or my DS Lite that I have, right? So short of a camera, which would suck, either do it on PC or you do something like this, where they have a port, which they only ported like 20 or 30 DS games to this service. So I bought a few. I thought maybe I'd buy Prime Hunters, but it's like I already own most of these on the DS already, so double buying it. I was like, eh. We'll figure out a hack at some point, and then maybe we can do the rest of the DS stuff I haven't done using that emulator we just had booted up. God, Mii's were so atrocious. What were they thinking? Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be super hard, and I don't know how fleshed out the usage of a very strong, very cool DS emulator in this. Other than the suspended state stuff, which I don't even think is a big problem. I mean, this is obvious. I mean, when I say this is a Nintendo emulator, like we're just playing it off of their official shit, right? That's pretty cool. So I don't think it'd be too bad. I don't know. I got so many games to play right now that I just gotta really want it. Like there's some DS games I really want to do, I guess, but enough that I'd want to do that over just playing some other ones. We'll get around to it. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I mean, I might do Tingle soon, but I'm gonna probably just try to use a mouse. Yeah, I know the Wii is super easy, and I mean my 3DS was a pain, but it wasn't that bad. I'm sure the Wii U is easier, especially now that they're done updating it. But you know, I would like to set that up so we can just stream more DS shit. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of crappy DS games, but there's also a lot of cool ones. Yeah, I've heard the second one's less so, but we'll probably do Tingle soon. I don't know about today. I feel like I need a break from the Zelda bullshit. I might just kind of just play something I just really feel like just doing. I don't know. Once I get back from we'll see. I mean, I got Astrobot hopefully tomorrow. And I'm going to the movie here in like an hour, so I'll be done for now. I'll be back later tonight. But I thought about maybe like whipping out a fucking roguelite or maybe playing just some kind of just single player thing, or yeah, maybe it's I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. But yeah, as far as Zeldas go, other than the first tingle, and unless I really feel like just paying doing Triforce Heroes, um, probably that'll probably be it until Echoes of Wisdom. So, if you want to hear me babble about Zelda some more, or if we hear you guys babble about it in the chat, bring it to your list for Echoes of Wisdom. Because I'll probably do a whole big tier list after that. I might do DS Zelda as well. I don't think that'll be too hard. It's like an hour and a half. I'm probably gonna take longer to like make sure I can set it up properly, but I'll probably do that, I guess, as well, real quick one of these days. And then yeah, we'll do the big old tier list, I suppose. So. Anyways, I will catch you guys in a little bit. 3 monitor chat, hey, nice, yeah, good deal. Yeah, I have a couple really long ones. I don't need the length as much anymore, but it's nice to have. I don't remember if the length introduces latency too much at a certain point. It's probably fine. Whew. But yeah, well, thank you folks for hanging. I was mostly bitching. I mean, there were some fun bits, but yeah. I might go watch like a speed run for a little bit before I go see the movie. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to really down some caffeine later. Got a bad work sleep schedule right now because I keep just not sleeping enough. I changed my schedule, so yeah. I'll catch you guys, right? I'll see you probably in I don't know, 4+ hours.